It's dark, and there's nasty bubble going out. I remember this as though it was yesterday. What is this big map? Alright, so let's see, make a right. What sticks out like a sore thumb in places like this. Stuff that glows in the dark. I'm wondering, like those red orb things, I might be able to spot them from the road. There's some there's unstable energy. Yeah, maybe I ought to think of that first. And belligerent bubblegum, I'll think of that second. Just go right past them. Did I forget to drop off my stuff at the end of the last zone? Again, we pick our way around the call box. Another call box. It looks like the road's washed out. So I'm going to drive on through here. And yeah, I did spot that unstable anchor from the road. For marsh eggs, I can always use those, but I'm not seeing them around here. So, okay, yeah, not seeing them. I've never run into this before. Fenced off area in the middle of a lake. I suppose I'll have time to scratch my head over that later. There's another one. here before. My door's still open. Well, at least now I know who to blame. And it isn't some glitch. Okay, I'm going in the right direction. That helps. Resource radar. Works inside of the car or outside of it, and I'm going to see if I can't find... There's not a single marsh egg to be had around here. Gee, that's disappointing. My current exposure to the radiation for nothing. Seen this place before. It's where I tripped the stabilizer for my entry into the mid-zone. A funny thing, that really. I mean, when I shut that thing off, there were all kinds of... There were these great big chunks of metal that started crashing to the ground. It's almost as though when I think I turned it on rather than off, but when I tripped that thing, it seems like I turned off something that maybe I shouldn't have turned off. I mean, those big metal chunks were part of something, and there's a reason they're there. Could just be simple paranoia on my part. And I do have to get myself out of the... Is this here? Oh, never mind. It's just a car. Okay. So I do have to get myself out of the zone and setting foot into these different zones is a way of doing that, right? But then I don't know. Maybe it's Dr. Turner I'm thinking of. I mean, she keeps running experiments. Maybe I'm in the middle of one of those experiments, and she never told me. Does that object to the idea? Why would I object to the idea of getting myself out? I was wondering who pulled me in the first place, or should I say what pulled me in? Okay, well, this is a bit of an extreme place. So yeah, I'm gonna duck out of here before that alarm goes off. I suppose before I... No, I think I already checked the area for marsh eggs. I couldn't find any. Oh well, there's another one of these coming up. D3. Yeah, it's got a salamander grotto. It also has pickpockets. And a zone receiver. But I'm concerned with the pickpockets. It's dark, but it's not eerie. There's a zone receiver here. Maybe I'll go for it. Okay, so make a right. This is real road too. Oh wait, I just remembered. The waterways are corrosive here, aren't they? But there aren't that many of them. I seem to be in something of a mountainous area, which I didn't think was a thing in the mid-zone. Let's see if I can grab some fuel here. Nothing. Well, that was cheap. So the road tends to wind a bit. Things start ripping parts off my car, that's one thing. I wonder if it's possible to, well, for them to pick something else off. Something that maybe I'm not such a big... You know what? I want to see if I can't go around this thing. Exactly how much chase does it give you? There's tourists. Going uphill. But there's the road. And I managed to not get pickpocketed, so everything worked out fine, relatively speaking. And I'm relatively close to that zone receiver too. Neon Reef. Yeah, those aren't necessarily in the water, are they? wasn't my most thorough job there, but I suppose it's close enough. Is there some fuel here? About that zone receiver. I think it should be this way. You really can't spot these things if you're too far away from them. Maybe I am too far away to start looking for it on foot. Zone receiver. I saw that too. What do I fix this with? Okay, mechanics kit. I'll just grab myself one of them. That's better. Wondering what keeps first my tire goes flat and then my engine overheats, and well, I'm starting to wonder what the cause of those things were. Let's just go clean through here, there, around it. Two things. First, I think the zone receiver is supposed to be on top of a hill, and that I think is the hill that it's supposed to be on top of. And second, that big red orb thing. Yeah, they're kind of hard to miss, aren't they? Are there more shakes here? Look like there are. That was cheap. All right, so that yellow light, I think that's the zone receiver. And wouldn't you know it? Let's listen to frequency file number 2, part 4.
Sadly, that's about where the cold, hard facts end. Listeners, I tried. I really did. I started my investigation in the usual fashion, digging up every piece of public record I could get. The paperwork is maddeningly typical up until 1955. Census records, soil samples, weather reports, hand-drawn survey maps, the beginnings of satellite photos, all readily available for anyone with the patience to walk themselves into a county office. But those materials don't tell me much, and I quickly am forced to turn to more dubious sources. Before the downing of multiple passenger planes and the subsequent establishment of the no-fly zone in 1962, crude aerial photos are taken and circulated. This is where things get interesting. I find fuzzy shots of what appears to be entire mountains relocating overnight, buildings disappearing and reappearing at random, and lakes filled with water or light, depending on the time of day. The resolution is dubious, making them inkblot tests in their own right. They are the stuff of dreams among amateur investigators and conspiracy theorists alike. The most outlandish, improbable, and extremely unverifiable stories came from breachers. People rumored to have jumped, tunneled, hot air ballooned their way through the walls. If they're to be believed, there is much to be uncovered. But more on that later. LIM technology is not paraded around in the press for long. As the government withdraws acknowledgement that it ever existed, the public's interest similarly begins to wane. Last verifiable activity is an exodus of ARTA employees from the zone, beginning in 1981 and followed swiftly by a full decommissioning of the zone in 1987. After which, those 3,600 square miles are sealed away and left behind with no explanation. A tomb, minutes away from the populous, perfectly normal city of Seattle, with decades of history and secrets locked inside. And that is where I'm left to fill in the enormous, ill-defined gaps.
You have been listening to Conspiracy Radio, available on your tooth fillings wherever you are. Well, I tried, but I'd rather not risk walking into corrosive water. This isn't the most optimal way of doing it, but, well, Papa needs a new blowtorch. I think those use marsh eggs. There wasn't much, but maybe there's something here. Actually, strike that. I can get fuel in a bunch of different places, but marsh eggs are hard to come by and in absurdly high demand. This one's a real skinflint with its fuel, isn't it? Got a couple of unstable anchors. Bites out of the road. What the? And it looks like those unstable anchors are on the other side of a corrosive lake. Sort of weighing the risks and benefits here. I can't exactly do risk-benefit analyses in my head, but I do know that I have considerably more time than I always think I do with these storms. And I'm right by the gateway this time. So, without any further ado, blink. Oh. Alright, where's my call? Fast enough. I can't do anything. Okay, this is in stat. Come on. And again. Sweet mama, that was close. Now that could have been a big disaster. Goodness sake. No, so they didn't see those tourists. They just popped up and it's like when somebody runs out into the road and you slam into them. Got time, and now I've got health too, so those things, they are so annoying. Alright, the things I do for energy. Honestly, the things I do for energy. Okay. Let me just drop some of this off. Let me see if I can't make any more first aid kits. Okay. Well, that was certainly an unexpected adventure. Let's get out of here before something even nastier happens to me. Oh, what am I saying? It's gonna... The deep zone's next. Of course something nastier than that's gonna happen. Yeah, I know, I'm a cynic.